There it is. All right, cool. Welcome everyone to another episode of Our Parents' Basement. Thank you once again for adjusting your schedule to join us at our new temporary time. Like I said last week, we usually air on Thursdays, but due to scheduling conflicts with one of our cast members being back in school, we are going to now broadcast on Sunday evenings for the time being. So thanks for being flexible and thanks for joining us. I am Philip and I'll be hosting the evening, and with me we have two wonderful gentlemen. The first is Turf. Sometimes he goes by Jason, sometimes he goes by Jason over Turf, but I just call him Turf. It's simple that way. Turf, how's it going tonight?
Man, I am well. I am happy to be here on a Sunday night to share all of this with you fine folks. All of y'all in the chat, say what's up. Joy, you can, if you're ever want to talk to us live, if you're listening to audio only version and you want to see what we look like, you can check this out on the YouTubes. We're 8:30 on Sundays. We're going to be live for the remainder of the summer. Check us out. Say what's up.
Right on. Glad to have you. And we are missing for the moment Charles, but right now filling in and kind of like our our fourth musketeer, if you will, we have Telly, but his real name is Asa. And Asa, how are you doing tonight? Thanks for joining us.
I'm doing great. I can't remember the last time since I was on the show, and that makes me pretty sad, to be honest. So I'm happy to be back talking with you fine gentlemen, and it's going to be a great show.
All right. Well, glad to have you. And we also know that you're also busy. So thank you for taking time out of your schedule as well to be with us this evening.
Yeah,
so, while we wait, we're just gonna keep on going. Charles will join in at some point, and tonight's episode is all about the remainder of E3. Last weekend, we talked a little bit about E3 and what was currently shown up to that point. We covered Microsoft, we covered Electronic Arts, I believe, and I think that was it. Was that it we had, you guys?
Yeah, that was it. That was all we did last week. Yeah, so
cool.
All right. There's a lot to cover, man. There's a whole lot.
Yeah, we have Sony, we have Bethesda, we have Ubisoft, we have Nintendo. We have a lot to go over. It was a very busy E3 overall. Real quick, what do you guys think of this year's E3 overall? Like, just
at the time, I was kind of like, it was a little bit of a letdown because there's been some big moments at E3, like when was it Peter Molyneux? Is that the guy's name that works for? I think he works for EA now. Maybe he works for Microsoft now. He came out with the.
He's a Fable creator, right?
What's that?
He created Fable, right?
Yeah, the Fable guy. He's like really good at hype. He's a hype man.
Yeah.
He's like
like the first Fable.
He's like what's that? What's the dude's? That guy. The dude with the cup.
Lil Jon?
No, not Lil Jon. Same. Yeah, that's the yeah. But he was with him in the background. He was like with Snoop Dogg, like Don Juan or something like that. The preacher Don Juan or something like that.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He only had the cup behind Snoop. Yeah, he was a hype man. That dude's a hype man. He builds stuff up, and I don't know where that went. Anyways, he came out and did the tattoo thing for because. Grand Theft Auto 4 was going to be on Xbox 360. So he came out and was hyping that up. Anyways, that was a big moment. That was something that was really big. And we don't have as much of those anymore. There's not those. Everything gets leaked. Everything comes out beforehand. There's not as many surprises. There's things we may not have known about that. There was one biggie that blew everybody's mind. But we'll get to that in a little while.
Right on. So, what about you, Asa? What do you think overall?
Yeah, I kind of feel the same thing that you did, Turf. I think with, all the internet stuff, people speculating, you get all this stuff really early. And so it makes a lot of E3, at least in my opinion, a little formulaic, a little predictable. And there are some big moments, some big, unexpected announcements that are really great. And it's really exciting. But I didn't really see a whole lot of that. And I think, we oftentimes get really high expectations about the big event and the big game that we all want. And, sometimes those expectations just aren't met. And so it's always fun to think about the big games and then it's a little sad when those don't come by.
You're expecting this big flood. You're expecting your mind to be blown. And when they just come to a solid performance like this year, it was solid. There was good stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like, man, I'm going to pick that up. But nothing that just went and changed my life. So, and once again, maybe because I'm getting older, I don't know. Christmas isn't what it used to be. So, and that's kind of what this is, as far as like video game news and new things coming out. This is our Christmas. This is the nerdy Christmas. So, yeah, it just wasn't. Didn't have that kapow that it used to. And once again, I think that comes with the age of the internet and with just more things being out there, more leaks, more. This is what we're working on type stuff. You know, 10 years ago, people didn't look at shareholders meetings to see what was coming up. Now we got people looking for the minutes of a meeting to.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot more.
I know what you mean.
Reporting, I guess.
I kind of felt the same way as both of you. I really don't, tune in to the live events. I just catch the highlights when it's over, and nothing really wowed me. For me, for an E3 to be really memorable, there just needs to be that one special game that either just really surprises me or one that's been released elsewhere and it's getting announced for here. And we did not get that. Well, scratch that. I did not get that. There's some cool stuff, no doubt, but nothing that made me want to stop what I was doing and shout from the rooftops, hey, guess what, look what's coming here, that sort of thing. So
well, did y'all watch any of it? Did y'all follow any of it live?
I watched the Nintendo one live.
I did. I watched the Nintendo one live and I watched the Sony one live. Sony was like prime time. It was like 7 o'clock. I was like, I'll sit on the couch and turn YouTube on my TV and I watched it. And it was 10 minutes behind everybody, or 10 seconds behind everybody, but it was still cool.
Well, speaking of which, let's talk about that. I mean, there's a lot that happened. Let's go over the Sony conference. I mean, a lot of stuff was covered. Some stuff we knew, some stuff I was not expecting at all. I mean, I think it was Sony when they announced a remake of Shadow of Colossus. That's a surprise. Yeah,
personally, Turf and I were just talking about this before we started the show, and because it was already remade on PS3, I'm really hoping that they do a little bit more than just remaster the game. Maybe put some extra content in there.
Sure. Because
as it stands, the game's got a perfectly fine HD remake on the PS3, and so I saw the trailer and it looked really good. It's obviously not just a cut and paste of the PS2 version. They're enhancing the models as far as I know, but I don't know. I already own the PS3 remake, so for me, it wasn't that. That's really cool. I want to go buy that, but it's still cool. I think it's a good announcement for sure.
And the PS3 remake has eco with it, so I mean, why would you want to buy the same game again for the third time by itself?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just how the remakes go. Some people may have never even picked up the PS3 version and they see the PS4 and they want because of nostalgia.
Now, I never played the original on the PS2. The whole premise to me seemed kind of but there's still that little bit of a curiosity there.
Well, it's something different. I never played it, but from what I understand, it's eye candy. It's just gorgeous to look at, and it was something completely different. Like the whole level was climbing a Colossus. So
right.
It's a cool game for sure.
Okay. So that's something that surprised me. It wasn't a yay, awesome, cool, can't wait surprise, but I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. Sony also kind of showed off some more footage of the God of War that seems to have been in production for years now.
They showed it last year, didn't they?
I think they did.
I think they did.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, and I bought the PS3 collection God of War, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. I like the mythos. I like what's going on with it. I like God of War. That's kind of what.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. I agree.
I'll get it. I mean, I'm in on this one. I'm interested in it. I like him going on to a different. It's Kratos. I was talking about this last time. I thought it was maybe the same story being told with different gods, but I was wrong. It's the same character. He's moved on in his life. This one has a child. Kratos is the dad, and he's got this little kid with him, and the kid's got a bow and arrow, and it's okay. That seems kind of cool. But I would bet you my pants that either Kratos or the kid dies in this game.
Turf, you don't wear pants, so
That's true. That's
Why would you?
All right. Well, you spoke words into a microphone, so that's an oath that we're holding you to it.
I will
It's
do
recorded.
if that game comes out and the kid or Kratos does not die, I will do 5 podcasts pantsless.
All right.
All right.
Oh, hold on, 5 more.
Hopefully they both live for my selfish reasons. I don't know. I'm not big of a God of War guy, but I like that they're taking a new direction with it. I love Norse mythology. I think it's fascinating. So that's pretty cool.
I'm looking forward to that. It's something different. I think it'll be cool. There's only so many times you can fight Ares, right? So, let's take on whoever. It's not Thor. I don't know who the god. Odin. Maybe we're gonna take down Odin.
Odin and
maybe
Freya, his wifey Pooh, and let's see, all the Valkyrie are there. Loki's there. Who else is there?
I kept trying. He's always wanting to be all extra, and I tried to keep him stay low key.
Yeah, trust me, I know my Norse mythology.
Do you really? See. Okay, that's cool. That's you're the only person I've ever met that really knew it. I know it from Thor movies.
I only know it because of a game called Valkyrie Profile, which one of my gamer tags, Cashel, actually comes from. So I mean, video games are very, tutorial-like and educational. So don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Let's see. And Sony had the big one for Sony that got me that I'm 100% in on. Spider-Man. Spider-Man looks awesome. It really reminded me of like the Arkham Knight games, the way the combat was going, flowing in combos and stuff like that. But then we got some web slinging in there. We got some wisecracking. We got it's bright colors, which I'm a fan of. Yeah. So it's going to be more lighthearted than the Gotham games.
Yeah, that was pretty dark.
But it kind of reminded me of that. I may be way off, but just from watching the video, I'm in. I am 100% in on Spider-Man.
Sweet, yeah. I did not catch that one, but if memory serves, Spider-Man's wearing like a really cool red, white, and blue America.
Yeah, it's all America.
It's the red and blue, but he's got a white spider emblem.
That's neat. I like that.
It looks good. It'll be fun. If it's not fun, I'll do another podcast with no pants.
So. We're racking it up here.
Yeah.
Well, right, we're up to 6, and I'm keeping track.
Raising the stakes, dropping the pants. I like it.
I just found a tagline for this one. That's it. We're raising the stakes and dropping the pants.
Nice.
Trademark that. It's a new hashtag.
That's gonna be on a t-shirt.
You're gonna be rich from that one.
Did you guys ever play any Monster Hunter games? Because I know they announced a new Monster Hunter game for the PS4.
Yeah, I'm watching that. Now, I'm not familiar with the Monster Hunter games at all.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching that, and I'm like, that T-Rex has hair. And then it's like nostrils flaring up. Like, I don't know, whatever a flaring nostril person would do. And then it had wings and breathed fire. I was like, what in the hell is this? But yeah, apparently it's a Monster Hunter game, and it looked cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've never done one, but I might be in.
Yeah. Have you played any Monster Hunter games, Cashel?
I have not. I know the franchise has been around for a very long time, but just never got to it. Just one of those things. You know?
I own one on the Wii U. Monster Hunter 3. Haven't played it. I picked it up when GameStop was doing a sale, and so I know that they were originally on Sony platforms, and then they've recently been Nintendo exclusives, and now it seems like it may be going back to Sony. I'm not sure.
Well, they're coming out with Monster Hunter XX for the Switch. So
right, that's
I don't think it's
Japan
going
for sure. I don't know. Is it confirmed for a North American release?
I thought it was. I thought they confirmed it. Maybe I'm wrong.
They did. Okay, I'm not sure. I know it's in Japan, but
I can't even lie to you.
Because I know Japan
they're
gets
still
a
making
ton of
games
Monster
for
Hunter
both
stuff.
systems or both companies. So maybe we can just have some screw Xbox and everybody else has it.
Yeah.
Seems to be the direction things are going. The only other thing that I'm kind of intrigued by, but would also be an expensive investment, is the fact that Final Fantasy 15 is going to have some VR stuff going for it.
Oh yeah, they were pushing a ton of VR stuff.
But that peripheral stuff probably is another couple $100. I'm like, just a one game. That's not even the best Final Fantasy in the series. I mean, but I'm still a little curious. just not enough to commit yet.
Yeah, they pushed a bunch of VR stuff, and I quit paying attention.
Yeah,
because I'm not
for me
VR.
For me, the big game that I'm really excited to have VR is going to be Ace Combat 7. And I didn't hear anything about that at E3. I know it's getting delayed until 2018, but that's getting VR support on the PS4. And I thought that would be really cool to be in a jet.
Yeah.
You got the cockpit
something
around
like
you.
that could.
I thought that'd be pretty cool. You know, that may be a game that would push me towards VR. So but I didn't hear anything about it at E3. So, oh well.
See, that's what VR needs to be built for. We need to do away with these. Maybe not do away, but some people can have them, like the Resident Evil, whatever VR. Y'all can do whatever you want with that. But man, there's a Star Wars one where you're flying an X-wing or something that it was just like a demo. I don't think it's a full game, but give me a full game of that, and I might consider VR. And then you give me, an Ace Combat where I'm flying a jet in VR. Now we're talking. Now we're talking about something that I can see a good use of VR. I can really be immersed in something if I've got something where I'm in a vehicle maybe. And when you're driving a car or you're flying a jet, or I've never flown a jet, I'm just assuming that you're using controls anyways. So you're just sitting in a seat using controls. I can see that being a good use of VR, and there could be a lot more immersion there. If I'm still using a controller to walk, I'm going to lose that. There's no sense in VR. It's not going to be there for me. Does that make sense?
Right.
Oh, it does. Yeah. And I wouldn't call it Ace Combat. I would call it Asa Combat because you're playing. Am I right?
Like Fighter Pilot. I love Ace Combat.
Man, there is dad jokes galore tonight.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, hey, when you're hot, you're hot. You got to keep this momentum going. Yes, that's.
Was there anything else for Sony?
Oh, Sony had. See, they had Uncharted.
Yeah,
that looks cool. They had that Detroit Become Human. It was like a.
Oh yeah.
It was kind of a Judge Dredd vibe to the whole world. Except for maybe it's the Skynet has taken over. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Isn't that like the Heavy Rain Beyond Two Souls created?
I have no idea.
Oh, David Cage.
Like what's that called? Yeah, and Quantum Leap, Quantum Studios, Quantum like that.
Break.
Maybe.
Quantum. I don't know. Quantum Leap was a show from the 90s, so I know it wasn't that.
Yeah, it was. Why? Well, either way, I think it's if that's what I'm thinking of, Turf. That's the one that's by those guys, and every time
the one like the cops were coming and
Quantic Dream.
Quantic Dream. Thank you. God, I knew it was Quantic something.
I've just looked it up on Wikipedia. Is that his studio almost? Yeah, that's his studio.
So glad you looked that up because that was going to drive me nuts.
They had Days Gone. That was the one. I think wasn't that the one with the motorcycle gang looking dude and the zombies?
That I did not catch.
It was a big part. They had a long playthrough of it, and there was like a zombie bear. Watch out for bears. The Revenant did that for us. We've got bears attacking us. So
growl.
All right. After that, well, not after that, but sometime other than that, we had Microsoft. They did theirs. They released their big Xbox One X, which, if you think about it, it spells out EB1. Yeah, it spells out Xbox. So there's that. That may be the naming thing. That you abbreviate Xbox One X, you get Xbox.
Oh, okay. I still like the idea of
clever.
Yeah.
So they're trying to do the One S is the X Boss.
X Boss.
Maybe.
And after the X comes the ZX, and then comes the Xbox ZX Advent.
We're on what they're doing over there at Microsoft.
Well, that new consoles, 4K yakety schmackety. Okay, good. I'm happy for you. You have your mediocre computer in a budget computer price.
You have all the browns and greens and shimmery graphics you could ask for.
I'm okay with that, man. I'm not a graphics fiend, but some people are. Mm-hmm. So go ahead, man. They packed a mediocre to, a decent PC into a budget PC price. That's what they've done. Good on you, Xbox. Good on you. It's decent. It's got good specs. So they can do that. They have the backwards compatibility all the way to the OG Xbox. You can't call it the Xbox One. You got to call it the original Xbox.
Yeah. I think that's pretty cool.
I wish everybody else would follow hand with that. I wish Sony would go ahead and get on board and we see your Xbox and raise you a generation to PS1.
Yeah.
Right.
I would love that. Oh, that makes me so happy.
I really would too, just for the simple fact that I've got a PS2, but it's a pain in the hassle. It's a hassle to hook up. My PS3 plays PS1 games, but it's a hassle to hook up. I don't have my Xbox or my PS3 hooked up, so let my PS4 play PS3 and PS2 and PS1 games.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nice.
PS4 could play everything.
I never have.
That'd be so nice. Just like, I mean, I would still keep my consoles, the PS2 and the PS3, but just to have the ability just to like leave the one on and have all PS1 to PS4 games go in and play fine. That'd be just so convenient. Because the PS1 games, there's so many that are still good and play well today. So
you're a liar.
That'd be great. There's plenty. How dare you?
Right. You can play both of them that aren't Force 3D and awful.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There is some shit on there, but again, going back to the convenience idea, just like ease of use and yeah, come on, Sony, get the program.
I mean, that's exactly like with my Retron 5. I have a Super Nintendo, I have a NES, I have a Genesis, but I don't have to hook them all up. I've got my Retron 5. It's convenience. I don't have to. And as easy as this sounds, yeah, space saving. I've got an NES up there on the shelf. It's not anywhere near the TV. It doesn't have to be because I have my Retrons. But that's neither here nor there.
Right.
See, Xbox. What did they do? Oh, they did Crackdown 3. Terry Crews was in there. I don't know if you know who Terry Crews is, but he's a hilarious dude. That's like Johnny Ripplepex that likes to scream and does those Old Spice commercials.
Like zooms in on his bicep and like flexes in his.
He's a giant man that happens to be hilarious. Anyways, so he Crackdown 3. You're super like a superhuman police officer for the agency. I played 1 and 2 and I loved them. So I would probably play 3. I might actually move Xbox One out of my son's.
Were those ones where it's like a first-person perspective and you like have these?
It's third person.
Okay, I think that's something else then.
It's a third person. You can like jump super high and you can pick up cars and throw them at people, and you can.
It's a bro game.
No, it's not. It's yes, it would be, but maybe not. But I think anybody can enjoy it. I think it's it's fun.
I mean, there's always like sometimes like I had to be in the right mood for the right game, and sometimes you just want to like pick up a car with. I'm assuming he just picks it up with his hands and.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you just want to pick up a car and, just wreck some stuff. I mean, there's a time and place for everything.
It's like Grand Theft Auto with superpowers. That's kind of a good way to describe it.
Good way to describe it.
It's an open world, and you're the good guy trying to stop the bad guys. It's pretty awesome. Let's see, Cuphead. I don't know if anybody's.
Yeah, Cuphead looks neat. I love that style.
Looks cool.
I'm completely in, man. If you don't know what Cuphead is, you need to go Google it. It's like drawn like a 1920s cartoon, like Steamboat Willie, except it's an Xbox One game, and it looks really, really pretty. And I like the graphic style. The game may suck, but I want to play
Microsoft only though.
It is. It is a Microsoft only, but I got an Xbox, so I might as well give it a shot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you have the system, by all means.
Did you guys ever play Ori and the Blind Forest? Because they announced a sequel to that, which I'm pretty excited about.
No, I did not, and that's also they announced a sequel. I heard it was good.
Yeah, it's a really great
Metroidvania style.
Metroidvania, very stylized, really nice, artistic platformer, and had a great soundtrack. It was just a lot of fun. So
there's
I'm excited for
those Metroidvania style games or type games that were download only that are really, really good. Like last. Through the 2000s, 2015, whatever, up to whatever, last 10 or 15 years, there's been a lot of, since Xbox Live was a thing,
there's
been a lot of really, really good. There's like Cave Story. It was really, really fun. It was weird, but it was a fun Metroidvania style game. The Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. If you haven't played that, go play it now. It's fan-freaking-tastic.
And I'm guessing Shantae Half Genie Hero that just came out maybe like a couple months ago. That's same vein, Metroidvania style.
I haven't played it yet. I have it. I let the boy take my Wii U to my parents' house, so he plays it when he's up there. So I haven't had a chance to play it. It's been up there since that game came out. So
yeah, I gotta try that one out. And then you have like Shadow Complex, and you have I think it's called Lost Ocean, and you know, like even, and then you have like a bunch of digital downloads like that were from previous console. You have Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, and then obviously Symphony of the Night was available for download. I mean, yeah, there's a great subgenre. I love them.
But I mean, there's just a bunch of like the indie games. That's been a big scene for, you know, them to make people that are making 2D platformers to do it like that, and it's great.
Salt and Sanctuary. That was like the 2D Dark Souls style, Metroidvania kind of thing.
I love that those Souls games, and I heard Salt and Sanctuary is just like it, and I really want to play that. It looks difficult as hell, but I want to play it so bad. It looks so fun. It's a good one.
So
anything else?
With Microsoft,
Microsoft didn't
I'm an
really
Xbox guy, you know. So I
they
just
didn't rustle my jimmies. So
they had some good stuff though. I mean,
they did. It looked good. They had an exciting
some good stuff.
Yeah, that console announcement's cool. That's neat that they can do that.
I hope that starts, especially the game like that have disk drives, because you can read the or you can read a DVD all the way back to whenever. I can understand Nintendo not doing that because it's not the same media, but
yeah,
Xbox and PlayStation, you have no excuse.
Come on, Sony, get with the program.
That same laser will read a CD. So,
well, another kind of big event was the Ubisoft event. There was some stuff that happened there as well. I think the one that really surprised me the most was the Beyond Good and Evil sequel.
Yeah, a lot of people were getting excited about that.
You know, I never played the original.
I haven't either. I haven't played it either.
It's very. Think of like your favorite like cartoon growing up, then put it in 3D, and then give it a little bit of a dark edge. Nothing too bad. Something still kind of made for kids, or at least early adolescent teenagers or whatever. And that's it. I mean, basically, it's about this woman who's a reporter named Jade, and she needs to kind of uncover the truth behind some conspiracy that's going on behind the scenes with the government and this alien race. I mean, it has, you know, anthropomorphic characters and a lot of silly dialogue. You know, one of the characters has a southern accent, and he's all like twangy, which makes no damn sense. But again, it's just really, it's a colorful, fun little action game. And I will say this, it's aged pretty well. So if you do see it, it's probably only $6 last I checked.
Is it a PS2
so
game,
you can just pop it in, give it a few.
And it's on the GameCube.
And Xbox as well. I think I was on all three. I think.
Is it? I'll check.
Either way, yeah. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. It was my favorite game. I know a lot of people loved it, but with the sequel, and this is just what I heard. This is just what I heard. There was this barrage of information that really surprised me with it. And I'm just going to read off a quick list real quick. First of all, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is a prequel. It's not actually a sequel. So the prequel is not going to focus around Jade, the main character who I just talked about. Jade was awesome. So they better have someone really cool in this game to, kind of fill her place, because Jade was a badass. They also said that Beyond Good and Evil 2 is going to have a seamless online world, which to me is so far removed from the first game, because the first game had you would be in this area, you could explore nooks and crannies and, find little hidden treasures, but it was still story focused. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that sandbox style. You know what I mean? What's an example? It wasn't like a GTA where you interact with others online. It was a single player story focused experience. And then I'm trying to see what else they have here. So the developer said the developer said this: there is a seamless online playground where players can travel across space to discover cities. And then he said you can go from the interior of a building on the ground to a big old far-reaching planet in outer space. And a friend of mine said, well, we saw how well that worked for No Man's Sky. So, doesn't sound too good. And then
you got fans clamoring. You got your fans of this game clamoring for a sequel. They have been for 15, 20 years.
Yep.
Why would you change everything about the game? Just give them more of what they want.
And there's more. Like you can let's see, you have a giant garage which can store all your spaceships. I mean, the first game was fine with just the one spaceship and your
That sounds a lot
hovercraft.
like
Yeah.
sounds a lot like GTA. You had your big garage and you had all your all your cars in there and stuff.
And of course, I mean, because this is the future of gaming. The game has co-op online play. I mean, again, for the first Beyond Good and Evil was a single player experience, and it was fine. I mean, not every game has to be online co-op for it to be fun. Like, okay, if this was like the new Smash Brothers, then yeah, there better be online co-op play because it's a fighting game. But this is a story-focused, fun little adventure title. Why did they decide to do all this stuff? Like, nobody asked for this. You know what I mean? So when I first heard the announcement, I'm like, all right, it's finally getting the sequel. The fans are going to be pleased about this. Information started coming out. And I'm like, no one asked for this, I don't think. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
see.
I talked a lot. I was kind of ranting there. I was kind of bitter about the whole,
Don't even worry about it. See, Ubisoft. Let's see. What else do they have? Beyond
New South Park game.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
been announced for a while. But
Fractured Butthole.
Butthole.
Fractured butt hole.
Yes, that's gonna be funny. It's the Ken and Friends.
Yeah, it looks
that was
good.
horrible Cartman, but man,
I think we knew
it'll
who
be
you meant,
fun.
though.
It'll be fun. It'll be silly. Stick of Truth was fun, so give me more of that.
Still need to play that. Stick of Truth. Looks great. I love South Park, so.
It's a silly, very, very simple RPG. You could probably do it in about 13 hours, I think is what they said it would do. It's really
great.
short, but it's a South Park episode. It's playing through a South Park episode.
Well, that's fine with me. I mean, I used to watch that show religiously, but so.
See, there was
Yeah,
another,
Ubisoft. What else?
Ubisoft, they started off with a big bang with the kapow with Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It's a tactical. What do you call those Fire Emblem games? Tactical RPG.
Like a strategy game?
Or yeah, strategy game maybe.
Oh, okay.
With Mario and Rabbids. They said, Shigeru Miyamoto told them, said, make a game that if you can use Mario, if you can come up with a way we've never used him, pretty much is what they said.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of did a tactical strategy game with Mario and Rabbids, and I don't know. I'll buy it because I'm a Nintendo whore. But yeah, you can put Mario on a turd and I'd buy it. I'll just be honest. they can print money.
They can do no wrong.
I would say I have nearly every Mario game. Maybe not all, but I have most because I'm an idiot. Anyways, that it looked kind of cool. It's something different. I thought it was kind of like Fire Emblem, but I'm not a Fire Emblem person. I tried it one time and didn't like it. So I'm
not a Fire Emblem guy either. I respect the series, but I just do not have the time to play them, and they are long games, and they're very, very random and very, very grindy. Maybe if I was like my 14-year-old self, I'd be all over that, but
my brother loves them. He loves Fire Emblem, and he likes those tactical type whatever games, whatever strategy, whatever they're called. I
like strategy games, but
I don't know what genre this is. I just know I get to move a certain amount of spaces and then shoot something. So I'm going to give it a shot. I think it may be like
only if you have a bow and arrow. You can shoot.
Was it Final Fantasy? Not Tactics. What was the one?
Tactics.
No, the one for Super Nintendo that was like the diet RPG.
Oh, Mystic Quest.
Mystic Quest. I think this is going to be like the Mystic Quest of that type of game. So
that's a good analogy.
I'm in. I'll give it a shot. Let's see. We did Fracture.
Well, before you continue, Turf, Charles, welcome to the program. Glad you are finally here.
What's up, Chuck?
Handsome guy.
What's up?
Hey.
How are you?
Good, good. I'm glad you're here. We're talking about Ubisoft's conference now from E3.
Ah.
So we already covered Sony and Microsoft, so now it's Ubisoft's turn.
I tell you what, one of them that really struck me. I saw this, and I was like, ooh, the Skull and Bones. It's a pirate online game where we get to have sea battles like I'm in Pirates of the Caribbean. I want to raid and pillage. I think it'll be cool. the only problem with online games, and this is my little mini rant about online games.
Yeah.
If you don't get them early, they're not fun because everybody else got good and you didn't, and you can't get good.
Yeah, you got to keep up. You got to keep playing to like stay in the curve.
If I need them to make like a beginner circuit and just let me stay there because I suck at games, especially anything that's competitive. So, yeah, it looks really cool, and if I get it the first day, I might have fun with it for a little while until everybody gets better than me, and then I won't have fun anymore.
Well, you have responsibilities. No, we all have responsibilities. Shit, who am I kidding?
Yeah.
We don't have the time to dedicate. Once again, going back to our 14-year-old selves, we don't have that time like we used to. What do the kids say? Oh yeah, get good.
Yeah, I don't have time to get good. And the more I play online, the more I find out that 14-year-olds had sex with my mom. So,
yeah, it's tough
really,
when that knowledge first hits you, man.
Yeah, well, apparently she has a type, and they have a cracky voice that hadn't quite hit puberty yet. But that's the only problem with online games because I really love them if I can play with a good crowd of people.
Yeah, if you play with a group of people,
easy to play with. It's great.
So I loved to get. We got like Call of Duty 4, the first Modern Warfare. Me and my buddies got it because we have jobs and we can afford to go get stuff. We went and got it the day it came out, and we played the absolute hell out of it until Christmas. And then after Christmas, we couldn't do it anymore because everybody else is better than us. But when it was but now I guess everybody pre-orders stuff. But when we were the ones that it was like people like us that had jobs and stuff were the only ones that had it. We had a blast.
Sure.
But
sure.
Yeah, when everybody else caught up, I suck at shooters, so it wasn't fun anymore.
It's all good. It's all good.
Dude, Skull and Bones.
Anything else from Ubisoft? I can't. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is a big one. Which one?
Far Cry 5.
Oh, Far Cry. I forgot about that series.
So that'll be that's something. I've never played a Far Cry game.
I've only played the third one.
Fun. I want to play Far Cry Primal, so I can stab a woolly mammoth, but I don't have time.
Hey, I like elephants, and they're kind of like elephants, so I feel bad doing that.
Yeah, but if you give me a spear and I can ride a saber-toothed tiger, I'm in.
That's pretty sweet.
Can you ride a mammoth?
Yes, you can ride a mammoth.
Then I'm in.
But if you try to go after the big ones, they'll trample you.
If you can ride a snuffleupagus, then I'm good. So.
Yeah.
Did you? What about you, Charles? Did you see anything from the Ubisoft conference that you were?
Not really.
Not really. You're busy with school, so you're probably like, who's Ubisoft?
It's like games. They have games.
They have games.
All right, we're gonna jump off to the one that I like. That I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I like Nintendo. And Nintendo didn't have a traditional press conference. They do it Nintendo Direct for E3, and then they do a treehouse thing
after times now.
Yeah, or 2 or 3 years, and I like it. I like the pre-produced thing. It's they didn't have to be in front of an audience to really surprise me. Like to the big surprise out of the E3, Metroid Prime 4.
Holler.
They just showed the emblem, and that was enough to tickle my fancy.
Yeah, I do wish there was a little bit more, just something.
All it was,
I guess they may not have a lot to show, but
and that's what I think it was. I think it may be very new in development,
right?
Or they may, you never know. They may, around Christmas next year, like, oh, by the way, it's coming out next week. They do that stuff, and I think that's awesome if you can get away with it. But they just said, hey, by the way, we're working on this. Didn't give any dates or anything. So there's no expectations. Just we'll let you know when it's done. So but to let you know, we are working on it. So that was cool, and I can dig that. I can dig the y'all just let y'all know this is what's going on. I don't have to show you anything. You know it's going to be gangster. So
just sounds like they finally listened to their fans because Metroid has a huge fan base. So
absolutely,
finally,
and that the other big Metroid news. So and this one hit me right in the wheelhouse. Metroid 2: Return of Samus is getting a remake for the 3DS. Wow. Hey, how about a round of applause for Nintendo listening to their fans?
Sure, if you're getting too excited there, you're crossing your developers over.
You don't cross the streams. You never cross the streams.
So I played Metroid 2 as a downloadable. I got it from the what was it called? Club Nintendo. I played it a little bit and it was fun. So I'm excited for the remake. It'll be nice to really have a nice,
nice a good 3DS remake. Of course, I don't know, and this is another one of my rants. Make it a downloadable title for the Switch. Just screw the 3DS, be done with it. I can take my Switch with me everywhere I want to go. My 3DS has jagged edges, and after playing my Switch, it looks like ass. The Switch is handheld, and it looks beautiful. So just be done with the 3DS. Just let it go. Let it ride off into the sunset.
Now, if memory serves, someone, not Nintendo, but I guess a Nintendo fan, made a remake already of Metroid 2.
Yeah,
Nintendo was like, shut it down. Now you can still get it through other means. So sorry, Nintendo, but
it's out there. You can't shut anything down.
But I'm wondering
really
if that's
good.
why, because they were like,
That's exactly why.
what's up?
That's exactly why they shut it down, because they're like, no, bro, no, get that off the internet. We got our own.
Ours is better. Yeah, that's what I'm.
And it probably is, because I mean, the other was a fan-made game.
Yeah,
that's fine. If they're gonna still use a property, go ahead, shut fan-made stuff down and sell it, because it's gonna be quality.
Nintendo had a lot. So what else was like going on there?
Mario.
Did you guys hear about? Have any of you guys played Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga? Because they announced on the 3DS a remake or a remaster.
Sweet, I love that game. God, the Game Boy Advance one was a blast.
Yeah, and it had like additional stuff in it. It's like the title was not just Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. It had a subtitle on there, so I think it's going to be a little different. But it sounds really cool.
I will definitely play that. Not day one, but I will definitely get into it. I will go as far to say that Superstar Saga is my favorite game with Mario in it. More than 64, more than Mario 3, more than not more than Super Mario World. So maybe number 2, the number 2 slot.
Okay.
It's still a big achievement because there's so many Mario games, and my lists are so important to.
Hold on, is it higher than Mario RPG?
It is.
Whoa!
Oh yeah. I loved it. It was, the writing was hilarious. I love Luigi. He doesn't get enough, screen time, so having him be a main character was great. Great game. So they're remaking it. I'm excited.
Well, speaking of Mario games, this could possibly, and I have my hopes up really high for this one.
Yeah.
But they're saying this could possibly be the best Mario game ever. Super Mario Odyssey. Did y'all see any of the videos of that? Did anybody else?
Mm-hmm. I saw the treehouse where they were playing it live.
Dude, it looks amazing. You could throw your hat at stuff and like become that critter, or become electricity, or become a frog, or become whatever. And the little frog gets a hat and a mustache. Yeah, it's good. I'm excited. I wasn't that. Like Mario 3D World was cool, like Cat Mario. Like, that'll be fun. But this is something just more different than the cat suit. So I'm in, man. It's gonna be a 3D world or a 3D environment. So I'm ready.
Couldn't Mario already be a frog though?
That was Mario 3. Yeah, there's a frog suit, but
okay,
this looks different.
Okay, as was like a frog. That's
like he took over a Tyrannosaurus Rex at one point. So there's
now
that.
That's
right.
And then the Tyrannosaurus had the hat on.
The thing for me that I was watching them doing the the live stream with the treehouse, and I think the one thing that didn't really feel right to me was you picture Mario, he's running down the street in New Donk City, and he'll bounce off of an NPC walking down the street, and the NPC doesn't even react at all, just kind of does his own thing, keeps walking, and I don't know, the way that Mario interacts with the NPCs and the people in the world, it didn't feel real to me. I hope they do a little bit more with how he can interact with other characters. Because I thought about, Super Mario Sunshine, where you jump on a piano, he gets all mad, he starts yelling at you. And that's just those little things that kind of make it a little more immersive. So
yeah,
that was really the only thing that then I just thought, oh, okay.
I still got, 3 months? October 27th?
Yeah, and I think that's a small thing. I think overall it'll be a really great game. Really excited for it.
I love the go ahead. What was that?
I was gonna say I just love the Latin American kind of other. I don't know how it's connected to the big city, but that other area with the
the Mexican Mario
style is really cool, and I love the music too. The big band sound, awesome, really cool. I'm
just wondering if it's gonna be like you mentioned Sunshine, and whenever I think Sunshine, I think difficulty. I wonder if it's gonna be like, difficult.
I don't know. That game is balls hard.
Yeah, like those games. People say games are for kids. No, try Mario Sunshine, then we'll talk.
Yeah. Physics and controls were probably the.
Yeah. So was really Mario Odyssey like the big? That was the Nintendo.
That was the big show off for Nintendo. That and the Metroid Prime. They showed the Zelda DLC. They showed some more of the Rabbids and Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle thing. They showed Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which I never played. I can't even. I've got Xenoblade and I've got Xenoblade X. I just didn't play 2, or I'm not going to play 2 either. I'll probably buy it with intentions of playing it and never play it. Big news. One of the big things they dropped was, by the way, sometime in 2018, we're going to drop a main series Pokemon RPG on you. And then they went on talking about something else. I just dropped like a little, we're working on it.
I noticed that. Like, they're like, by the way, big announcement. And in other news.
Yeah, and that got people going crazy.
Of course, there's been that rumor of Pokemon Stars was going to be on the Switch. Because, we've got Sun and Moon. This time they were going to make a third one called Pokemon Star or Pokemon Stars and put it on the Switch.
Clouds.
So, let her rip, Tater Chip. I'm not a Pokemon guy, but... big news in the Turf household. My son's starter Pokemon evolved like right before it started, so he was really excited. I had to hear about that. Like, my starter Pokemon evolved. I'm like, all right, dude.
Hey, that's a big deal. When it happens.
My first time.
Which game is he playing?
Either Sun or Moon one. I don't know which one.
Okay, he's starting contemporary. I like it.
That's what he got it for Christmas, and he put it down, picked it. He's just now getting to where he can read better, so it's more fun now that he doesn't struggle to read as much. So he picked that up and he's into it now, man. We're Pokemon out the nose. We got cards and we got figures and we got games.
Man, I used to do the cards. I used to do the show.
Mania coming in.
Coming in
movies.
We heard we're gonna have a Pokemon birthday party. So
I have one of those.
We're just
Pokemon birthday hats.
Yeah,
I'm so jealous right now.
It'll be like a Pikachu mask or something. I don't know what the kids are doing these days.
Oh man!
And then they talked up ARMS some more. Quick little my thoughts about ARMS. I got it. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun, but it's not a $60 title. That's just my thoughts.
With $60, I thought it was like a quickie.
No, it should have been. It should have been about 40. 40 would be a good price. It's fun. It's really fun. This afternoon, me and my brother played quite a bit of it against each other, and it's very fun against somebody else that's not the computer.
Oh, cool.
We had a good time doing that. But it's, like I said, maybe not a $60 game, but a $40 game, it's worth it.
All right.
So they talked that up. Splatoon 2 is coming next month. I think it's next month. July, isn't that right? Or is it August? Anyways. We're going to paint stuff, and that's going to be fun. We're going to shoot people with paint guns. And I think that was about all they did, right?
Well, I was really, really bummed. They didn't announce the Mana collection coming stateside. I was so bummed by that.
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah. I think probably they don't want to spend the resources on translating the games. How many games are in that?
Well, just 3, 2 of which have already been translated because, they made it to our shores years ago. And
they did?
Fantastic fan translation out there for Secret of Mana 2. So I'm sure they could work something out. It can't be that, this is me just being optimistic, it can't be that bad to translate that last one. That'd be the first time you could play it officially here. Yeah, you do the repro cards or do emulations. It's just not the same though. And to have that and the first 2 games come with it, oh man, I would just be on cloud 9. But nope. Wasn't announced, and I was sad. Tear.
All right. So we missed that, but we are getting a Kirby game, so you'll be happy about that.
Oh, tell me more about this, if you can.
It's Kirby. I don't remember the name of it, but it's
it's just called Kirby, I think, right now.
Okay, we'll just call it Kirby. So this Kirby Switch game.
Yeah, I think it's a Switch title.
There's also you can have up to 4 players at a time. Or you can recruit people or recruit characters or whatever to just follow you around as non-playable characters or
helpers,
AI, whatever you want to call it.
And that's for the Switch, you said, or 3DS?
For the Switch.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe I will buy a Switch sooner than I thought. I
So
love Kirby.
there's a Kirby game coming in 18.
And
So
casual,
that'll-
it looks like it's not they've been doing the art style stuff with Kirby. It looks like Kirby. I'm trying to think of a game that looks. I maybe Return to Dreamland. That kind of style.
I can get behind that.
Just kind of the basic Kirby design. It's not.
That's fine. Like I liked Epic Yarn, but I mean that's fine too. Hey, as long as it's Kirby, I'm happy. I'm not picky.
Yeah, Kirby, it'll be Kirby, and I'll have it, and I'll play it, and it'll be fun. I mean, Kirby's always fun. It's really easy, but it's a good way to melt your brain for a little while.
I know, and Kirby's so cute. I just want to squeeze him. Yes, I do.
Skyrim's coming to the Switch.
Yeah, we heard a lot about Skyrim at E3 this year.
I don't give a shit about Skyrim anymore.
I haven't played it since it came out.
I never played it.
Somebody's playing it, but I've never played it either. But apparently people are still playing it, and they're happy about it. So there we go. There's Nintendo.
I don't know. The name Skyrim is like, I guess I still have like that 12-year-old mentality. I'm like, Skyrim.
It sounds like something you'd do to join the Mile High Club. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Work. So, anyways, knew that about Nintendo, and
Lord, we're going long. Let's bounce through EA pretty quick. Battlefront 2, I'll buy it.
Yep.
I'll probably regret it, but I'll buy it. FIFA on the Switch. Madden 18 has this long shot story mode, so it's got a story mode that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Are they?
It might bring me back to buy Madden.
The thing with Madden though, they're on the 1-year development cycle, and I don't know what their studios are like, but I feel like they usually have a pretty short time to turn those games around because they have to release one every year, and usually they have to skimp on some stuff. So I'm wondering what they're going to do to really bring in a big story mode. I'm interested.
Well, there's also no telling how long they've been working on story mode. They didn't start working on Madden 18, last year.
Right.
That's Madden. EA was it Tiburon Games? Is that who does the studio or whatever?
Oh, well.
For the game.
I don't know.
This
I don't know
my
anything
comfort
about the
zone.
studios.
Anyways, that's what used to do it. I don't know. They have the most job security of anybody in video games. Like, hey, we're going to come up with Madden this year. Okay, you're going to come up. So every day they're trying to build a better Madden. And they have been for the last 20 years, so 25 years, I guess. So maybe they've been working on the story mode for a couple years. Maybe they've been just itching for the chance to get it right before they just flip the switch and put it in a game. So that's what I'm hoping. Anyhow, I'm hoping they didn't slap it together this year.
I think EA's biggest announcement was that they're doing something new with BioWare. So that's
what was the name of that game again?
I don't even think I got it down. I just saw a BioWare news headline.
Anthem?
Anthem?
Say again?
Is that right?
I can't even lie, but the Anthem's the name of a game.
Okay. Well, maybe it's that. Maybe it's
EA has that A Way Out, that two brothers trying to break out of prison. That looked cool.
Yeah.
That one, that tickled my Jimmy a little bit. Let's see. Bethesda. I'm sorry I'm rushing through this. We're just running out of time. We've hit the big ones.
I didn't watch Bethesda's. I really don't follow them, so it's fine.
They had Doom VR, Fallout 4 VR, which kind of sounds
Skyrim
cool.
VR.
Skyrim VR. Skyrim for Switch.
Skyrim.
A lot of VR.
Wolfenstein 2. That's if you played Wolfenstein: The New Order, or it's in that world where like the Nazis won.
Edgy, or something.
The Evil Within 2.
Controversial.
Yeah, Evil Within 2. Now that might be cool. The first one was difficult.
I saw a trailer for that. Looked kind of interesting.
So hopefully they tone it down just a bit. I mean, come on, not every game needs to be Souls level difficulty. So
all right, see. Then Activision had one. They had
they
had Call of Duty World War II. So there's that.
Yeah,
that's where shooters need to go because I'm tired of being in space. I like the modern warfare. I like the older, I guess the antique warfare, maybe.
Yeah.
If the other's modern, I don't like future warfare. Not into it.
I feel like they got stuck though because everyone was sick of the space warfare, but they couldn't do World War I because EA just did it. So they had to go back to World War II, which they've been doing for who knows how long. I mean,
can you just make up a World War III or something? Like give it some history and.
Well, that's kind of what modern warfare was. They made up World War III, maybe Modern Warfare 2. You know, when the Russians went in, they had that
In
big.
space, though, right?
No,
Right.
no, Modern Warfare 2 wasn't in space. It was still in like modern days.
Okay.
But they got to be like Black Ops 3 or something like that. Went in maybe Black Ops 4.
Ghosts had some space stuff too.
I gotta be black.
Because that's the ops they have. Let me ask you this: Can you do a game like in the Korean conflict or in Vietnam without making it racist?
I don't know if racist is the
mean,
same as being historically accurate. I mean,
Well, that's
I think most modern combat games are pretty racist already.
that's
with
true.
the
I
Middle
mean, we
Eastern
are
stuff,
fighting
too.
in all the modern. You're fighting a Middle Eastern somebody, so I guess that's true. But
yeah. I mean,
maybe okay. But why don't we do one on for Vietnam then? We have it. They did like a Vietnam conflict.
too
or
soon,
something
bro.
like
Too
that.
soon.
Yeah, Black Ops was it was in the 60s.
Oh, was it?
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
That's a good era.
I didn't know that. I
So,
thought Black Ops was like the modern warfare era.
No, it was the 60s.
Oh, okay.
Black Ops 2 was in the future, and it was doing all the future stuff. But no, Black Ops 1 was in Vietnam. But that's it's the only Call of Duty that's been in Vietnam. Sorry.
Well, like Call of Duty, I know like 1 and 2 and 3 were all World War II.
World War II. And they had like Big Red One and Finest Hour. All those spin-offs are also in World War II.
Call of Duty 3 was my first game to really. I played that and Tiger Woods Golf for my first Xbox Live games, and I loved it. I loved Call of Duty 3 because you could be a medic and you got points for healing people, not just shooting people. And I could lead everybody just by healing folks, and then the medic got a shotgun. So that was a blast.
Huh.
And once again, that was before every 14-year-old got an Xbox and Xbox Live, which made old people fun, not fun. So
yeah.
True. Very true. Activision.
So yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Asa, go ahead.
I was just saying, interested to see where World War II Call of Duty takes us. Because it'll be interesting.
If they did it like the the Battlefield 1 or World War I, whatever they called it, if they did it like that and told stories that were historically accurate, I think it may be cool.
Yeah.
You could tell, like this, whatever is going on in this theater. Yeah, that might be really a cool take on it and actually make it a historical game. I would enjoy it. But once again, I'm getting old. I like watching the History Channel. So,
hey, nothing wrong with that. Hey, documentaries are awesome. Well, my friends, it is getting late, and tomorrow's a school night, and there is a lot of neat stuff from E3 that we covered, and nothing, like I said, nothing that's really like kapow, wowing me, but I'm very happy that, E3 was as huge as it was, and I think there's a little something for everyone. The Kirby game, that was a surprise to me, so thanks for pointing that out, Turf. I did not realize that was a thing.
You're welcome.
Yes. But like I said, it's time to wrap this thing up. And Turf, you're off the hook tonight. Charles, since you arrived a little late, young man, I'm going to let you do the signing off and letting people know where to listen to this episode and such.
So excited.
All right. You can listen to us via headphones or speakers. It's one thing, but
very nice.
But we are a podcast. You could download us anywhere we're available. We're Google Play, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes. We're not on vinyl yet, so we're working on getting some vinyl pressings of OPB, maybe.
Classy.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
We're on Facebook. It is facebook.com/OPB
podcast.
Yeah. And we're on Twitter at OPB podcast. We're on Instagram, which is flooded with nothing. We have an Instagram though. we don't have a whatever the other Snapchat, but yeah, if you like us, download it. There's what episode were this? Is 60?
Number 60.
This is 60.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ! There's there's about 6 of these episodes that are being about 500 to be added onto the whole downloadable list. But I think that's about it. Like, cover anything? Miss anything
You're
else?
good. Everything.
Awesome.
Well done.
Well
Thank you.
done. Glad you were able to make it on time. I know you're busy.
On time. I was
and-
late. It was Jenny's birthday and Father's Day, so.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Or not on time. And that's okay. I'm glad you made it in time. That's what I meant to say. In time, not on time. But yeah, I know you're busy, so it's all good. But yeah, I want to thank you, and I want to thank Turf, and I definitely want to thank Asa, aka Telly, for joining us on our 60th episode. I did not realize we were on episode 60 by now. So
Yeah,
so glad
I
you
love
were.
being on. So I'm always looking forward to the show and talking with you guys. It's a lot of fun. So thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime. Open invite to OPB. So with that, we are going to say goodbye, and we will be back next Sunday with a new episode and new stuff to talk about. So thanks for listening, and we will see you all real soon.
There's some deuces.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Y'all have a wonderful evening, and if I can find my mouse, I'll push this button. Good night.